Hi, I'm Steve. Welcome to stanpcgaming. I am joined by
Andy?
Criminal.
Criminal.
And we're going to talk about Play Expo because it's been and gone and it was knackering. So, you've got the list.
Not as bad as Insomnia, though, was it?
No, it really wasn't. Insomnia was just.
It's 4 days of just like hell.
Yeah.
Well, good hell, obviously, but it's a tough 4 days. Right, we'll start with the biggest thing of the expos.
The building.
It's not the building, yeah. Well, the biggest thing for us, indie gaming.
Yeah. Which was a lot. Well, what it was, there was somewhere in the region of 15, 20 developers there.
There's like three walls, 3 full things, weren't there, of
Yeah.
indie games and stuff. So
We'll start controversial. What was your favourite?
Favourite
Favourite
indie
developer and favourite game? Because they don't have to be the same one.
Favorite game? That's a tough one because I know my favorite developer was, I think they're called Tryhard, the Otter people,
Oh, Ottoman Empire.
only because of the whole community-based thing, that it was a good idea.
Open door policy,
Yeah,
I think they called
and
it.
getting
Yeah.
people involved if they wanted to get into game developing, full well. If they're not sure how to do it, you can go down and have a look. Favorite game? It's a close one between Glow and that balancing one.
Oh, Balanced Kingdoms,
Yeah,
I think it was called.
yeah.
That was good. Stavros Pilatis, I think his name was on Glow. He was really nice.
It's only because they're so simple games, and that's what I like. A simple game for a
The-
simple mind.
yeah, the guys on Bullion were nice.
They
Had
were.
a laugh
It was a
with them.
very early game though, so you can see it has a lot of potential. And I was wildly misquoted on saying it's the next Mario Kart, which I did say, but I meant in ruining friendships, like the blue shell of death.
Blue shaft.
But it's a
3
very
inches
good
from the
game.
finish line.
Yeah,
But
and that blue shell comes over the top. But that game's got a lot of potential. And my only issue, they said it was going to be a couch PC game, which is a bit of an oxymoron, I think, if that's the right word.
I don't know if it's the right word because I can never remember what that word means. I know what
Is
you
it when
mean.
it's like two negatives? I
Possibly.
think there's two things that don't go together.
Hang on.
Google.
I'm going to find out.
But yeah, because he said it was going to be couch co-op, 4 players all with controllers. But my PC's set up in my bedroom, and I've got one controller. Excuse me.
Well, they are bringing online to it.
Hoping to bring
Hoping
online
to bring
to
online
it.
to it, yeah. Right, hang on.
All hoping. And if it goes
Define
on console...
oxymoron.
Oxymorons, a figure of speech in which apparently contradictory terms appear in conjunction.
I was right.
What you said.
Yeah.
Okay, calm down, Google. Thank you.
So, but it's a very good game, and if they get it to console, I think it'd be a winner. What was your favourite game then, and your favourite developer?
I think the one that I had the biggest game laugh actually at the expo was probably Balanced Kingdoms. Because you spend 2 minutes building it up on this little platform and base and stuff, and then it'll just go and kill. So it's worms with the balance idea.
It was fun for you because you kept winning, but
there is that. But the guys were really nice, and even though they know there's that stigma attached to Unity assets, they only use that as a base. They built off that, so the physics engine they've changed. All the assets are built their own and all that. They've only used Unity for ease of use, as opposed to building a game from Gary's mod, essentially. But
yeah,
there's some shit on Steam that starts up Unity. Oh, crap! But that one really is well worth looking at. Favorite developers probably gonna be Stavros, just because I had a really good laugh with him.
He's a nice guy.
Even when I was hungover to hell.
Yes, very much so. Right, we'll move on. This is truly the biggest thing of the show, and it's the retro gaming areas.
Oh, man, that was huge. There was 4 sections, and there must have been 200 plus various consoles from the 360 all the way back to the BBC and Amigas. So and we managed to play games like Theme Park. You played Theme Hospital a lot.
I played Lemmings. I played the original Lemmings
on the Amiga, which is as original as you can get, before it was rehashed on everything else and ruined with 3D. But no, I walked around the retro zone just Wolf 3D. That Doom. Well, we'll get to that. Doom LAN mode was really good. Oh, it was massive. Atari Jaguars. I haven't seen one of them for years.
This is my favourite bit of these expos, is the retro area. Yes, they have a bit of a retro zone at Insomnia, but these are the replay events expos are definitely specialised in the retro game, and it's just, it brings back so many memories. There was a game on the SNES called Super Pang, and it was like a little man across the bottom. You used to have to shoot arrows up at bubbles.
Oh yeah.
And I was playing that for like 45 minutes while you were predisposed or something.
I was absolutely 100% effective at nothing on Sunday morning.
Yes.
The only thing I did a good job of on Sunday morning was annoying the shit out of you.
If anybody wants to know what happened, then just leave a comment and I'll happily tell you what happens.
Nothing happened. Shh. But
no, I love the retro gaming. Every year, twice a year, we'll go down and I'll happily just play on old games.
Screamer was a surprise to see. It's a really old, really not very well known racing game for, well, I had it on the PC, but it was, physics really weren't involved in it. You'd hit a car and it'd just be like boom, 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 and then you'd magically land on your wheels every single time. It's a bit like Gran Turismo. No matter how hard you crash, you always have one corner of the car on the track at all times.
All right, yeah.
But
I think if people are, I'm a little bit of a tip now, but if you've never been to an expo, go to the retro gaming thing. If you class yourself, if you're younger and you class yourself as a new gamer, and you've only ever had an Xbox One or an Xbox 360, go and have a look at where games started and look at the absolute rubbish that we had to play when games first come out.
Yeah, you get
imagination was a powerful thing.
It was. Call of Duty's the best game ever. Yeah, go and have a play of Wolfenstein 3D and Doom, and you'll understand why Call of Duty is not the best shooter.
Look at Grand Theft Auto 5 and then go and look at the first one.
Ooh.
And then you'll see how far
top down 5 pixels. Great fun.
Pixels, yeah. But yeah, the retro gaming, it's where it all started. It's where we are now. So
also, there was the area where you could go up to that dude at the desk and pick what game you wanted, and they'd just give you the disc, which was really. But
that was on the Xbox 360. I ain't calling the Xbox 360 retro.
No, I'm not. But it was in the retro zone. They want to call it retro. They can call it retro, even though they're wrong.
You can call it retro, but it doesn't mean it is.
I wonder, has Google got a definition for the word retro? Define retro.
Retro, imitative of a style or fashion from the recent past.
How can you have recent past?
Recent past.
This is the old men coming out in us now. Back in my day, we didn't have retro. I wonder what was retro when it. Now retro is retro. Like, what was retro with Amiga? Pong.
I don't know.
That's the other thing. They had the original Pong with the little. That looks so wrong. The twisty controls that you just twisted up and down.
They did at Blackpool, didn't they?
Yes. And they had the virtual Game Boy. With
the nauseating. Nausea. Yeah.
I'll just have a quick go on it. No.
Quick go, yeah.
Instant illness.
Quick go. Right, our next bit, which is one of my favourite bits. Everything's my favourite bit.
I know, the biggest bit. And now moving on to the biggest bit.
The biggest bit, one of my favourite bit is the cosplayers.
Oh, they were off the chain.
Fantastic cosplayers this time.
And their spirited other halves that just felt so out of place.
Yeah, I had to have a conversation with one guy for like 10 minutes because he essentially told me off.
Oh yeah, it's alright, I'll go out the way while mid-conversation with my wife.
Well,
He was a nice guy though.
Nice respect. I can't remember her name, but respect to him.
Wolf
But you
Raven?
kind of expect that if you go into an expo with someone that's dressed up like that really well, fantastic cosplayer,
Like
you're
this.
gonna get interrupted.
Mm. And the makeup on her was really impressive. It was dead mega detailed. I think.
But no, I like speaking to a few of the players. There was absolute terrible ones, but like with everything. But the cosplayer, my favourite one was the guy dressed up as Ubisoft, which you missed.
No, I did see him, but I saw him from
Did you?
afar. Weren't he one of the security for the event as well?
I think so, yeah. He just said, such and such is dressed as Ubisoft. And then that song, Money, 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 or whatever, comes on. And this guy just walks on with a suit, money spilling out of all his pockets, briefcase full of money, and just starts making it rain all over the place like that. It was absolutely brilliant.
That's the thing about it. You can either be 6 months to a year working on your creation, or you can just be dead simple and funny. But did you see did you manage to get a favourite cosplay suit costume?
Because it have to be the Ubisoft one for the originality.
Yeah, mine's
Because
Vivi.
F1 seems to. I know, it sounds terrible. Because I never do it myself, and I don't want to disrespect people, but it was so original. Because most people dress up as a character. I know that's kind of the basis, but it was just the most original one I've ever seen. After doing all these events, it was the most original cosplay I've ever seen.
Yeah, because it was just the last thing. It wasn't a character out of a game. It was a developer, which is ballsy.
And it was so relatable because every single person laughed. We all knew full well exactly what was going on.
And it's so true. We're going to release this game. It's not finished, but we can't be bothered finishing it. We just want your money. So have Assassin's Creed Unity. But could you technically class that R2-D2 that was wandering around as cosplay?
No.
Why not?
Unless there was somebody in it.
We didn't see anyone controlling it.
Didn't see anyone controlling it.
I mean, it had a camera, so it could be someone in the car that just couldn't be bothered getting out of the car, just driving around.
Definitely wasn't somebody in it. So no, that isn't a cosplay. That's a robot, Stephen. That's essentially an RC car. Oh, I've got a remote control car driving around the floor. That's a cosplay.
It was about 4.5 foot tall.
It was
full size, technically, I suppose. Yeah.
I've never met him. I've never met the real R2-D2.
You've seen the films?
I haven't seen the
films. Oh, this is over. No, you're done. Goodbye.
We'll go on to your favourite bit. We know exactly which one your favourite bit is. Shops.
Oh man, it's my least favourite bit because it makes me spend money that I don't have on stupid shit.
To spend
like Apple Pods.
I think I'd spend 60% of the Expo dragging him away.
We need to film, but I'm just looking at this T-shirt. This T-shirt actually, that was from Blackpool, but it was good, and there was a lot more there.
It's been the biggest so far, hasn't it? So there's always going to be more of everything.
Yeah. Can I just put a special mention out to the shop that had the guts to bring those full-size body pillows with hentai ladies on?
Didn't see a single person buy one though.
I bet there was some big, very not see-through bags for those. Can you imagine getting on the bus with that? How are you doing? Like,
prop it up on the seat.
Like 2 tickets to wherever.
I did buy something. I bought that card game.
Ah, yes, the card game that we need to be very careful we talk about.
If you've ever played Cards Against Humanity, it's like I do like Cards Against Humanity, but it's just not quite offensive enough. So he made a slightly more, I say slightly. A very more offensive, very more. a much more offensive version of Cards Against Humanity.
Just a bit.
I cannot for the life of me remember the name of it.
Nope.
It was
neither
called
can I.
like from the cover. It's called Adult Game Store or whatever. We'll put the link to it in.
Yeah, the links will be in
Maybe
the description.
Over 18s only, strictly over 18s. Only.
Strictly over 18s with.
And this we actually mean over, not like Call of Duty 18, like proper 18.
Yeah.
Not,
Oh.
yeah. We don't want to get in
We're
trouble
not
for that.
even going to talk about some of the cards that we managed to find in that
But
game.
the rest of the shots were brilliant. There was a load of. This is honest Andrew now.
Honest Andrew.
It's just tat. That's the trouble. It's really good collectibles, nice T-shirts and stuff, but
It
it's
is.
the stuff you go, "Oh, that's really cool, and I really want a 3-foot tall Predator in its own box for 60 quid, and then you buy it, you bring it home and go,
Yay.
what am I going to do with this now?
That was bought from Blackpool, which he still calls Tat.
It's tat.
It's not Tat. It's Cyber Demon.
Everything's tat.
You're
It's all
going
tat.
there.
But they're very good quality. It's quality tat. Good tat, good prices.
Good Tat. Good Tat. The prices were better at Blackpool.
Worthy.
Yeah, because that was 15 quid and I saw it for 25 in Manchester.
Wow.
Because it's a special edition, bigger version.
Well, they had there was a good few stands where they had old games on. And if
Yeah.
you had
They
old
had-
consoles and stuff, I imagine it was quite good.
They had the shop that had just imported games from Japan, which are ridiculously rare over here and a pain in the ass to get, which is good for you collectors. But
I feel if you're a collector, you wouldn't go to an expo just to look for stuff. But then again, I guess
I
you
saw
might
someone.
find the odd. Yeah, I've had the odd little gem. You
I
don't
did
know, do you?
notice someone spending over an hour, literally over an hour, going through this entire store and didn't buy a thing. It went, that was the
What a
Japanese
nuisance.
import one. Just
Bloody
literally
nuisance.
get through this box and then moved on to the next box, went through all the way down, and then went all over the tabletop looking at everything, then just walked off. He must have been there for one thing and it wasn't there. Final Fantasy 2 first edition from China import or something spurious.
But to finish it off, I would say if you're a collectible and you want something, definitely have a look. Even if you're not, have a look around the shops. I did. I'm not really a shopper, but I had a look around and there was stuff, I guess.
Speaking of shops, cherry, raspberry, and blueberry. Which would you like, Andy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Late Sunday. I have to tell a story.
Very
I always have
late
to tell the
Sunday.
story now. Late Sunday, I just couldn't think. I don't know what it is, but I think it's the noise because it's constantly staying, just a constant noise all weekend. Your brain just kind of turns to mush. And there's this guy selling little balls of juice. And he said, "Do you want to put my balls in your mouth?" I knew I was going to say it. I had to say it. And I said, yeah, of course I will. And he said, cherry, blueberry, or raspberry. And I looked at him.
You could see the colour just
I just didn't. I heard what he said. Just couldn't fathom an answer. Just my mind was just like, just couldn't work it out. Luckily, we managed to get there, and I made a right tit of myself. But that's what happens when you spend all weekend in noise.
Yeah.
Not that we don't enjoy the expos, but
the thing is, this was the Sunday that I got to the expo dead. Managed to recover in an hour after walking 2 round and back from the Trafford Centre, and not having a sleep at all.
In the toilet.
I wasn't well, but I managed to do all that and then still film and get everything sorted. And then
barely
one,
film.
Well, we managed it. And then you got asked a simple question, and just he might as well have been talking Swahili at you the way your face looked at him. I mean, was he Geordie?
No, it wasn't the accent. It was just that
I'm trying to find you an excuse as to why you
there was no
fathom
excuse.
it.
I was just an idiot. Right, to finalise then, if you're not into shops, still go and have a look. There might be something that you want. There might be something. It's not all just gaming. There was a stall for Harry Potter and all sorts of anything geeky, anything a bit nerdy. Then there'll definitely be a stand there. So go and have a look.
Yeah.
So that was a nice little loop back.
Just make sure you
Try
take
Hard
plenty of money.
Entertainment. What?
Just make sure you take plenty of money if you go in for the shops, because nothing's cheap.
Yeah. Or just don't take plenty of money, and then you won't be able to buy loads of things.
Yeah, that doesn't work because then they go, we have card machines. You're like,
Yeah, always
oh.
got card machines, people. It's education zone. Yeah. So it wasn't very busy for the entire weekend, but most people are more interested in playing the games rather than making the games and the back end of games. So it's a bit of a shame, really. There was a few universities there for game development, and
Yeah, they had the unis there. They had that, I can't remember the name of the company, but the one that was boasting that any of its students had made it to all these, and had like Rockstar, BBC, ITV, and all that lot.
And then Hello Games.
And yeah, look,
we don't talk about Hello Games.
Yes, there's nothing wrong with Hello Games. Have you looked at their store page on Steam?
No.
The amount of stuff they've added to that game is just out of this world. Ha, puns. It's immense. They just constantly they release this game they put their heart and soul into, and it just got slated very quickly, and then it became cool to slate it.
Yeah, it did become a meme.
Yeah.
But we're going off topic again.
Well, you started it. Well, we're not, because Tryhard Games are friends with Hello Games.
Yeah, they did say, and they said we all know it was Sony that messed them up. It wasn't them. There were only a few guys. But yeah, back to the education bit. There was the University of Bolton was advertising, and the only issue with that is that you have to go to Bolton to go to the University of Bolton. But if you are interested in how games are made, or you want to get into game development, then they're the place to go. They were never busy. You can always go and have a chat to someone.
And they'd spend all day talking to you.
Yeah.
You can even have a go at some of the things there, like coding your own Raspberry Pi and all that sort of stuff. So there's plenty
if someone wanted to come up to us and ask us about how we did YouTube, I'd happily talk their ear off. I would happily talk to them all day. So them guys are going to be exactly the same. They're passionate about making games.
I wouldn't.
And to be honest,
it's
kind of an interesting thing to get into. Because we're loving the indie developers. In a one-man band or one-woman band who's just making a game on their own, then we're all over it, because we just think it's brilliant. One person's make a game. Like, is it called Stavros? Was Glow? He's one person. Jay with Medieval Steve is one person. Gareth with Jarheads, one person. And they're all fantastic games, all solid games. Oh, they're all pre-alpha. The pre-alpha. They could be Ubisoft games. They could be released.
Yeah.
It could be released, and it's not a problem.
The thing is, we played.
Glow has been released.
Yeah, Glow released 2 days ago.
So it's a very exciting and interesting thing to get into. It's not easy. It's really difficult to make games. Hence why not everyone's doing it. And that's why they can whack out a Call of Duty, but there's thousands of people spending hundreds or tens of thousands of hours making these games.
And millions of dollars.
Yeah, but it's a really interesting thing to get into. And for us, indie games are taking off.
Oh,
yeah,
huge.
You're probably never going to make millions like your Call of Duty, but all you got to do, make the next Flappy Bird. And
God.
You're onto a winner, aren't you? It's true, though, isn't it?
Flappy Bird, yeah.
How well did that do?
It's still going. How much I think you could buy an iPhone for £200 because it had Flappy Bird on it after he sold it.
Anything you want to add about the education zone?
Not really, because I'm one of them guys that enjoys booting up Steam, hitting the play button, and letting the pixies do it all. I respect everything that goes into making a game, but it'll ruin the magic for me if I start getting into that. I like the idea of just people are geniuses and they make magic happen, and the magic is very fun.
And now we all know who does the hard work in this channel behind the camera, and who stays in front of the camera and does a little bit of talking. Right, we're all done then. I like to just press play and it works. Something now that we're both quite into: PC LAN multiplayer.
Don't care. You've ruined it for me. PC LAN, yes, with Doom and
maybe not Doom because the picture shows a child playing, so it shouldn't really be Doom. But they had a
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Maybe not Doom because the child playing, but they had Call of Duty.
They had no Command and Conquer.
Yes.
Sure, they had Command and Conquer.
Yeah, they had Command and Conquer. They had Doom.
A few other games.
Warcraft. That was there. And something else. But there was no League of Salt Legends this time.
No, they didn't. Yeah, they didn't. Was that Insomnia though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
No, it's
it hasn't
Insomnia.
invaded Play Expo yet. This time.
When the money gets involved, sure it will.
We
But no, the LAN multiplayer, it's if you like playing games.
Speaking of that, when I went for one of my it wasn't a get better walk, it was dinner time walk. You can't take food in, so we left the food in the car. But on my way back from the car, I saw a kid getting the bollocking of his life from his dad, who'd spent all that money to get in there. And from what I could gather from the argument, the dad had just sat there for 4 hours while this kid played Minecraft. And then decided he wanted to go home because he was bored.
Yeah, I would probably also flip my shit.
I would go bonkers. It would be a case of, right, go and sit in the car. I'm going to do my stuff now. If you're going to be like that.
You want to go and play Minecraft in a place that you can play Minecraft at home.
He had it at home. That was one of his arguments. You've got Minecraft at home. I've spent all this money for you to go here, and all you've done is play Minecraft, and I've had to sit and watch you do that for 4 hours. I've not done anything I wanted to do. Blah, 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 blah. Take a breath. But, yeah, he was going nuts.
But this is totally going against it. If you want to do LAN multiplayer, you want to play, go to Insomnia, get a weekend ticket, and play LAN all for the long weekend.
Oh, bring your own computer.
Yeah, bring your own computer. If you want to give it a go, you can go down and spend a quick 10 minutes and have a couple of games of Doom. This isn't PC LAN multiplayer, but they had a Halo on the original Xbox. Xbox One, the first Xbox One.
Not the new Xbox One.
Yeah. There's a circle, and that's getting you into LAN gaming. But
was that not the 360?
Was it?
Yeah, because it was Halo 3.
Well, I liked it on the original. Was it on the second? Which one was Halo 2 on? Was that on the first Xbox?
Yes, Halo 3 was the first one to come to 360, I think.
Oh right.
I don't know.
Don't quote me.
I'll quote Google.
But yeah, we didn't really have time to play it, so we haven't got much to say about it. But if you want to get into a bit of LAN gaming, it's worth going down and having a pop at it.
Just to define, if you're not sure what LAN is, it's local area network where you connect a lot of computers or consoles together.
Basically, online gaming without the online element.
Yeah. Halo 2 was Xbox One. First Xbox. That.
Yeah.
Damn it, Microsoft, with your stupid naming. Right.
Right.
Speaking of rhythm games, yeah, we are going to talk about this because Machinima were there and they were doing, they had the big stage and they had, they did Cuphead and all that crap, but they annoyed a few of the indie developers with their inane din of a racket all day. But they were doing Rock Band, the new one, and they were inviting anybody could come up and play with them, and it was all being streamed on their Twitch channel, which is pretty cool.
It went down.
Until it crashed, which it did a lot. But they'd have, you could go up and sing, play guitar or drums, because it's buttons, it's not real.
Well, the drums are pretty close to an actual drum kit.
Yeah, the drums are the nearest.
Close. The drums, yeah, the guitar, fair enough. But the new, we're going off topic again, but the new Guitar Hero is meant to be quite close.
Yeah, but just get Rocksmith where you plug your own guitar.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, it was there. It wasn't as prominent as, say, Blackpool, where you could just go up on the stage and play it. Anything you did, it was blasted across the floor. So if you couldn't sing, everybody knew about it, which is why I stayed a long way away from that stage. But the enthusiasm from them was insane. They were
on all
jumping
day, considering they were going all day at it.
All weekend. Even at the end of Sunday, when nobody wants sound, they just want to go into a corner and die. They were still jumping about and clapping and going like, "Go, do this, make enthusiasm and energy." And they made Jacksepticeye look tired. It was insane. But no, it was there. You could do it. It wasn't as, like I say, it wasn't as open as it could have been. At Blackpool, you could just go and have a go. You had to wait, and you had to be picked, and there was always people wanting to go on it. But
But
it was
made it.
there.
But then to counter argue, me and you managed to get on it a few times at Blackpool because no one really knew it was there.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, it were busy because they had people doing it. So as much as you could say it wasn't open, the reason it was so busy was because people knew about it more than at Blackpool.
People knew about it in Germany. But
So,
it's far too loud. But no, at Blackpool we got to play Rock Band with Pyramid Head, so I'm happy with that.
well, this is the whole point of these expos. People, we met Harry, an old mate of ours, who went, and he wasn't really happy with it because he said it was a bit too retro and he wasn't sure what to do. But this is the point. You go to these things. What the hell are you doing?
Nothing.
Go to these events. Do everything. Do whatever you can. No one really cares that you can't sing. Fair enough, everyone's going to hear that you can't sing.
But you're
But
never
no
going to
one
meet
really
them people again.
cares. And you're going to get a massive clap when you come off the stage. So do whatever you want. Well, don't do whatever you want, but do whatever you want.
Don't, for the love of God, don't go there thinking that buying food at the Play Expo is a good idea.
Well, I'm going to make another video, so yeah. But yeah, take your own food.
And leave it in the car.
Do not eat the food there. It's
Sorry,
terrible.
that just jumped in my brain. It was a 20p hot dog with 10 chips worth about fucking tuppence. And they wanted to charge it. Yeah, fried in pure salt 8 times. And they charge you £8 for the privilege of this show.
Yeah.
And if you take your card, you have to spend more than a £5.
Which isn't an issue, really, to be honest.
It's not that difficult, to be fair, when you £2.50 for a Coke. Yeah, the arcades were huge. There was way more there than Blackpool, but they had more space. The only issue I had was it felt a bit detached, because you had say you got Play Expo here and then a big gap of nothing, and then the arcade cabinets.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
There was a lot of nothing around there. Now, whether a lot of things didn't show up, and it was very dark, but
it was very dark.
That's what I kind of liked. It was dark because it
dark
gave your eyes a rest. But it was good. They had everything that was at Blackpool and a lot more. Most of it worked. I did notice a few machines had died, but they had a big screen above it all, playing all music from the 80s, which was a good touch. They had, oh man, I can't even start thinking about listing the games. You can see on the video that I've put on.
If you think about a game that was in the arcades, it's probably there.
It was more than likely there, including the Travel Sickness Simulator that you played in Blackpool, which I noticed you stayed a long way away from.
I didn't go near it.
Yeah, but we managed to get quite a lot of time in on there.
And all free to play.
Oh yeah, well, apart from you, that's the thing. You go in and you pay to go in. Everything else that you want to do, apart from shops and that, is completely free. You want to spend all day playing race after race after race on Sega Rally or shooting the shit out of zombies on House of the Dead all day is completely free. Really good value.
This is the beauty of this thing. You just go down and just, even if you've never played arcade machines before, you're still young, you've never really seen them. Go and have a go. See where gaming started. See what your dad and your mum had to play and had to pay to play them bloody games.
House of the Dead would be £2 per credit, I think, in the arcades, and now you can spend upwards of a £5 just for one player Guitar Hero. Was it?
No, you can't.
I've seen that.
No chance.
London.
I don't believe you.
One of the arcades in London, when they debuted Guitar Hero VR in an arcade, it was £5 a play.
I guess for VR, but still.
It wasn't even in VR, it was still screen.
Alright, okay. But yeah, arcade machines. There's not really a great deal to say. They had a lot of arcade machines,
Most of
and
them
if
were.
you're around our age, late
It's
20s, then you'll because there was then there was a game called Super Hang On, a motorbike game, which I had on. Oh, what would it be on?
Master
Would it be on
System.
the Mega Drive. I never had a Master System. I had a Mega Drive.
Right. Was that
So I
that
ran
the
the
NES?
Yes, it was on the Mega Drive. And it was like, excuse me, a nice little nostalgia hit. That's the whole point of these. It's just nostalgia. You're just going to go,
Yeah, you're gonna spend the whole day breathing in very
oh my
quickly.
god, that's Lemmings. Oh my god, this is that. Oh my god, this is this. That's the entire expo.
Yeah.
It's just, oh my god, this is this. Oh my god, this is that.
But then you'll leave and you'll be like, how was it? It was great. I played loads of old games. It's really hard to explain and be enthusiastic about it in that sense.
Because that's exactly that look that people give you. Is just like, what?
Yeah, you spent loads of money to go and
play Theme Hospital.
Yeah, why don't you just play at home?
I don't need to.
Yeah, I can spend money. No, in all seriousness, it is well worth going because you're around a lot of people that are into exactly the same thing. They're all there for the same thing. The atmosphere is amazing. And you're going to be able to play games that you're not going to be able to play at home, like the Virtual Game Boy, which you've got to shell out stupid money to play for 20 seconds before you need a bucket. But there's Atari Jaguars, there's BBCs, there's consoles and computers that you can't get hold of anymore. There's pieces of history that you can go in and play on. It's like going to the Museum of Science and Industry and actually playing with all the science. I've never been to the Museum of Science and Industry.
You've never been to the Mosey? It's really good.
I know it's really good. I've just never been. They've got a gaming thing on at the minute, haven't they?
I don't know. I might have finished by now.
When did they finish?
Well, just going back to the cosplaying bit. This whole expo.
Going back
if it's something you want to do, then you go and speak to these people about it. If you want to get into cosplaying, just go up and speak to one of the cosplayers. I'm pretty sure if you're nice about it and polite about it, people are going to help you.
Yeah.
If you want to get into game development, go to the education zone, or even go and chat to one of the developers. If you want to get into YouTubers. If you want to get into YouTubers, if you want to get into YouTubing, come and speak to the YouTubers.
Yeah.
If you see someone filming, don't be rude about it. Come up and say, "Excuse me." I'll happily tell you how.
You'll happily tell them to walk behind.
Yeah, walk behind me now. Yeah, my wedding photographer head comes on quite easily when people try to walk it. Don't ever walk in front of someone's shot. If you see someone with a camera pointing it towards somebody else and they're about to talk, don't walk in between them.
No, you'll have to trip over a wire.
Walk behind the camera. It's pretty obvious. Even if you're small enough to go under the camera, walk around me.
Yeah, because you'll end up falling over.
You'll get told to walk around.
Yeah, you got a seriously dirty look off, like, dude.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, admittedly, I had to catch him because he fell over the mic cable, but...
That's why, because we're poor, we can't afford wireless mics, so we have to wire it up. And a big long wire running across the floor.
Most of the people there are using wired.
Exactly. But I'd like to say we are very approachable. If there's any questions you want to ask, if you just want to say hi, we want to meet people.
We had people come up to us at Play Expo, chatting to us.
So
some of the cosplayers wanted. Yeah, it's good fun. We're all there for the same thing. Fun.
Yeah, but if you want to, like I said, if you're interested in anything around gaming, go to these expos. Ask people. You want to get into development? Ask people. This is what we've learned.
What he said.
Yeah, this is
how
what
we got into this.
Yeah.
We literally started chatting to Nathan at Overclockers about how it's done, and we learned.
He's not Overclockers anymore. He's at AMD now.
Yeah. Kid. But
hi, Nathan. But yeah, we just got to chat to people. We found a new Nathan now from Streamers Connected.
You're finding credit for that. Reese
found a new.
Reese
found a new Nathan.
We still love you, Nathan.
Just not as much.
Yeah, Reese said he'd edit our videos. Where were you?
Yeah. Just go down. This is where we got. They're going right back now. When we got into this, we went and did a VR thing. We're just totally just chatting. See, we're just two mates chatting about shit.
Yeah.
This is literally it.
Manchester.
Went down to do a VR thing. I did photography. Steve went, "Oh, come down, film it, see what happens." And then stanpcgaming was born basically from that.
Mm.
And we got into it just chatting to, like we said, Nathan, who works there at Overclockers. He was the video guy there. He helped me out. Absolutely no bother at all.
No, you're all right. Most overclockers helped us out. Like 8-Pack and Amy as well. Because
Yeah.
the interview with 8-Pack was, apart from being shit scary, actually went really well, which you can
It's
see.
actually, I think it's
up
our most
there or
successful
over here.
video so far.
No, it's still Euro Truck.
It doesn't count
By
as
a
a live
long
stream.
way.
It doesn't count.
Does.
Doesn't. You
Doesn't
just got
count.
lucky.
Is that what I
It says next gen gaming, but it's not next gen gaming. It's current gen gaming because it's PS4s and Xbox Ones, and they are the current generation.
Yeah.
It's not next gen. The next gen will be the PS5 or the Xbox, whatever they decide to call it when they come out.
4.
Xbox 2 or whatever when it comes out.
And they're still catching
And
up
that's
with
the
PC.
next gen because it's current gen, next gen. Once a console's been released, that is the current generation.
Mm.
Am I wrong?
Not at all.
I'm
But-
solidly right. Obviously, with the PC, we're always next gen because we're always
Consoles are
ahead of the
catching up.
consoles. Yeah, because they're always playing catch up.
The point proven when we saw the
Always.
PS4 Pro running at about 25 FPS.
What was that motocross game that we saw? That was
Oh
running 12
man,
FPS?
that was I can't remember what it was called, but it was MX versus ATV Reloaded or something like that.
It was on a PS4 and it looked terrible. You could count the frames. That's how
was-
like bad it was.
It wasn't
It
a
was
good
terrible.
advert for you guys, you console guys. It was not a good advert, mate.
But
But
if
on
you
the-
want to,
On the other side, we did play WWE 2K18, and that ran pretty well.
yeah, it didn't for me. I struggled.
Well, you lost, but
Yeah,
as a
got my
game,
ass
it ran
kicked.
well.
But the PS4, as bad as it is compared to the PC, they do always put a good show on. They always do get the big games that are coming out. Because they had Uncharted on, and you can give
Uncharted's good.
Uncharted a go, and Uncharted's a very good game. It's just a shame it's on a PS4, to be honest.
Well, they've got to have their exclusives to actually sell stuff, haven't they? Because there's
Yeah.
rumours that the Crash series is coming to PC.
Really, I had a wiggle that day. I got a bit of a wiggle. That's
Yeah.
nice. Just Red Dead Redemption needs to come next. Rockstar.
Yeah,
We'll get
that,
flagged for me just saying Rockstar now.
yeah, that's it. Video's gone. Forget it. See you later. But could be worse. You could have said Nintendo.
The N word.
Yeah, the
You
N
don't
word.
say the N-word. But yeah, it's next gen gaming. It's not as exciting as it once was. Most people who are gamers do have an Xbox One or a PS4 now. Not like it's just been released. The prices are relatively reasonable, I believe. So obviously it's a PC gamer. I'm fucking wadded. But spent a small fortune on my PC, obviously. But yeah, it's next gen gaming. Next gen gaming.
Next gen
pretty
gaming.
Yeah,
But
pretty self-explanatory.
well, we've talked way more on this than we did at the actual Expo. About
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Well, we're not really interested. But any
PlayStation.
final bits we've missed? There's only a couple of bits. There's the GoldenEye 20th anniversary chat.
That was really good. I got the feeling that you really were quite bored in that.
I won't say I was bored. Just probably didn't get as much from it as you did.
Oh, I loved it. The fact that
I guess
9
it was
Guys made probably the biggest N64 game
It's
ever.
the first-person shooter that started them all, isn't it, Steve?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, that's the one.
Osbrick Gamers.
I wasn't going to name drop them, but yeah, they tried to tell us that GoldenEye started first-person shooters, and we were
just forgetting
too
that
far
Wolfenstein
away
and
from them.
Doom.
Like,
We're
yeah,
just casually forgetting about Doom and Wolfenstein.
and Quake.
Yeah, just forget those three.
Yeah, no one needs to know Rise of the Triads, does he? Or Hexen, or Heretic, or
But no, it was interesting. It was kind of good to see the guys that got involved with it, and
It was. I
hear their
found
thought on it.
the bit that really stood out for me was when they said none of us had ever done anything like it before, so there was no one there to say, "Oh, you can't do that." So they just did it and then made it work. Because they were all so new to it, like, let's do this. Oh, okay, and they just did it. Like the texturing, using different resolution textures all the way around the level to make it fit onto the cartridge, along with all the music. It was brilliant.
It was the interesting one was the black and white, because you don't really realise, but most of the levels are black and white, and then they throw in a bit of colour on the floor, a bit of colour on the roof.
Yeah,
to
because
save space on the cartridge, which was really quite interesting. Didn't
yeah,
realise.
they could have higher res textures if they did them in black and white because it's no colour, obviously less density and less space. But
yeah, it just goes back to what I keep saying, that if there's something you're interested in doing, just give it a go.
Speaking of that, Darkroom, Andy, go. You did the Darkroom. How was it?
I did the Darkroom when someone was incapacitated, couldn't do anything
No, I went to get us drinks from the Trafford Centre because I wasn't.
because you were ill.
I was fine at that point. God damn it, man.
I have let it go, honestly.
Let it go.
It was like a live action, text-based video game. That's how it was. It was advertised, which made no sense. But I thought, give it a go. What's the worst that could happen? It was by a comedian, and I should know his name, really.
I can't. You'll be able to find it.
We'll ping him up.
Yeah, this is him.
It was like the original 80s live action, no, 80s text-based video games where you'd say, go north, and they say, oh, you went north and you've done this. And you were set in a dark room. And the whole premise was you wake up in a dark room and then you've got to try and get out. And on the screen behind him, it was the options, and you choose the options, and then he'd go through the game, and he'd basically talk through the game, but obviously adding his own comedic twist to it. And he was very funny. It was very funny. The only issue, and this is the only issue, is because it's made by, because there's people involved and people are dickheads, they always right, Steve, spoil it.
Good.
And one of the options was to sleep. So you'd say you wake in a dark room, and they said, what do you want to do? And someone would say sleep, and he goes, right, you've slept, and now you're awake to find yourself in a dark room. So then eventually that person would die. Then the next person would come on, what do you want to do? Sleep. All right, you sleep. And once you awaken from your sleep, you find yourself in a dark room, and it repeated, I'd say 6 times.
God.
And the next person that got up and said sleep, I nearly got up and throttled him. Clearly, the option isn't sleep. I think it was more the fact that it was kids that had never played a text-based video game before, and I don't think they quite understood the premise of it. That if it says sleep and then you wake up and it's still the same thing, then sleep isn't the correct answer.
I've been thinking about this last night when I was in my head planning this chat. What age range would you say it was aimed at?
What, the dark room comedy thing?
Yeah, from the game premise side to the comedy side of it as well.
It was more mature than young. As long as you understood the concept of a text-based game and weren't too worried about swearing, it was for you.
You're looking early teens, aren't you?
Yeah, as long as you kind of, that was the main thing with the kids was, because he did say, is anybody, I think the youngest was like an 8 or 9-year-old, and he said to the mum, like, do you mind me swearing? And they're like, well, he went, well, tough shit, I'm going to be swearing at you darlings anyway. It was a really, and I got a picture with him, which we will put up. But he had a really posh southern accent for the entire show. Then when he finished, he was Australian.
Yeah. Because it was in an area that was curtained off and dark, because it was dark room, you could hear elements of it outside, and it did sound really good. And everyone was, I don't know if you noticed this, but they had crowds of people round the doors looking through the window going, what the fuck's going on in there? But
it cost a £5, but it was definitely worth a £5. It was just really good. It was just something very different. And he said that if you managed to get out of the room, you win £1,000. He said, we will go to a cash machine together and I'll win you £1,000 and it will look suspiciously like a mugging.
And it will definitely not be Monopoly money. Did anyone get out?
No. He said people have got out.
Yeah?
And then he was selling T-shirts, and then he forced the jokes to be the T-shirts. Like, he picked up a pineapple and called it a flamboyant potato, and then he was selling a T-shirt with a pineapple on, saying flamboyant potato. See what he's doing.
Yeah.
And he called everyone Darren.
Yeah, I noticed that. Everything was about Darren.
He called Darren.
Was
Yeah,
that the
Darren?
in-game
What's your
character
name?
was Darren?
Well, he just said, "What's your name?" And he went, "Oh, it's Steve." He went, "No, it's Darren."
It's Darren.
And the women were Lady Darren or Mrs.
Lady
Darren.
Darren. Mrs. Darren.
It was very good. It was definitely worth me $5. And he said people have got out. 2 or 3 people have got out, and he said it first come because he was doing a show. People were heckling him, so he thought, "I'm going to get these people back." So he just made up this game with no screen, no thing, just basically sat on the stage and just talked them through a text-based game. Hours.
Fair enough. It looked really.
It was
sounded good.
It was interesting. It was very interesting. It's very different, and definitely, I'm glad I went.
If it's there next year, I'll be having a go. Because I'm not allowed to drink anymore at Expos. Banned from alcohol.
Not for me.
Oh.
You can drink what you want. You just don't get yourself in a mess.
I was fine. It was an allergic reaction to air. I had too much
It was the kebab afterwards that made you dodgy, was it?
No,
I think we'll have to wrap this up now. We've been doing this an hour.
Yes, we have.
Any final thoughts? stanpcgaming's final thoughts?
We're going to the next one.
Yeah, Blackpool.
Yeah, Blackpool's next. When?
February, I believe.
Yeah, something like that. I think it is. But don't go expecting to see the latest and greatest and new stuff and premiering stuff. The only new premiere stuff you're going to see is the indies, which is good. They're all good. But don't go there expecting Call of Duty 73 premiering and, world exclusive plays and stuff like that. It's not that. It's to celebrate where gaming has come from and where it's going.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit about the present, apart from indies. And even them, they're looking ahead.
Well, they're pushing for indies, though. There was a game on the iPad, that augmented reality one.
That one.
Yeah.
Mirrored. That was really good. I keep looking down at it, meaning to mention it.
And you had an iPad, and then you was on a table, and then you could move around the table, and you could do your game, and it was amazing. But they're pushing the boundaries.
Mm.
But they're small teams, 2 or 3 people, 5 people tops. The biggest team was that Try Hard Entertainment.
Yes, they had 9, I think they said.
Yeah.
Something like that. But we got sticker. We got a sticker that's still used. But
Yeah.
focus. You don't focus, do you? You
But
don't have
we will
focus.
link all of the indie developers, all the people we spoke to. We will link in the description below. Check them out.
That's
If there's anything, the main thing I will follow what Stay saying is, go to these expos with an open mind.
Yeah. Harry.
Yeah, don't expect it to be the latest and greatest, because it's not. If you want that, go to Insomnia or go to E3 or go to any other.
Oh yeah,
thing.
yeah. I'll just nip over to America E3. Don't you have to be invited to E3?
I have no idea. I'm pretty sure there's a public access thing to it.
Mm. Yeah.
But
Sony, E3.
don't go there expecting the latest and greatest, but go there to see where games have come from. Just because it was on a Super Nintendo, don't mean it was a crap game. Just because the graphics aren't hyper realistic like they are now, doesn't mean it's a crap game.
I got into a debate on Twitter last night about Doom because someone didn't like Doom.
Yeah, I saw.
Well, I'll say debate. I said my part and didn't get a reply. But it was a debate in my head.
But if there's anything you want to try, go down, and no doubt there is someone there who is the same point as you and have wanted to try it. All these indie developers were always people thinking, I do want to make a game, and they made a game. It's difficult, and it's hard to get your foot in the door, but there's people there you can talk to, and no doubt they'll help you. Just go down, have a chat to people. This is what we've learned. People want to talk to you. They've just got this game and they want to sell it to you, and they want to show you how good it is and their love of this game, and vice versa. We were talking to Stavros from Glow, and we just chatted to him because we really like the game. He's a really nice guy, really easy to talk to. This guy comes up with press, can I have a copy of the game, and then just walks off.
Yeah.
It's
Just
like, it's not-
mid-conversation, this card appears, thrust in front of my face, pointing at stuff. You got a press copy, mate? Yeah, just take a card, and just walked off with the card, and I was like... Half of me felt compelled to have a really long conversation with Stavros to show that us YouTubers aren't all dickheads. But whoever that guy is needs to really straighten his head out.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. Go to these expos,
Dick.
open mind, open eyes, try everything. Oh, what's that game? Sit down, have a go.
Yeah, have a chat
If you
to
don't like
developers.
it,
And if you have got an idea, tell them. They've taken their game there to see what the public think and to help their development. If you find a bug, show them. They can fix it. I mean, Tryout's
Yeah.
all about that. They have monthly community meetups to get ideas and beta test the game. Well, you know, bug test that game. If they've got an idea.
I like finding bugs in the indie games.
I found one on the close stream yesterday. I was very happy. I was like, it was the you remember Breakout, the game?
Yeah.
There's a power up in Glow for that bounces off and lights up all the different blocks. And I fired it and it got stuck on a block and just started going boom. And then a message popped up in the chat like, pretend that didn't happen.
That's a feature, that.
Yeah, exactly.
Always a feature.
Yeah, that was meant to happen.
There's so many features in Medieval Steve when I was playing it. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is it. If one thing, the final sentence will be, just go and try.
Yeah.
It's literally it.
Go try. Go with an open mind and just enjoy it. You're around, everybody's there for the same thing. Strike up a conversation with anyone within reason.
Well, as long as you're polite, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. And walk behind the camera.
Yeah, walk behind the camera. But if someone sees us and they want to chat to us, just say, "Hi, you all right? Just have a chat to us."
That's what we're there for.
It's exactly the same. They'll be all indie developers are exactly the same. They got this game, and like the bullying people, they wanted ideas and what to do, and well, I think you could have the $1 million idea, you could win. Right, and we're kind of repeating ourselves. So basically, try, just go down, have a go. What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, you could be. Oh, I'll not say that. I'm not naming. Harry.
Yeah, but it's fair enough. Harry went down and he thought it was going to be something else, but it wasn't. But I think we convinced him to stay for a little bit longer and just try it. But don't try the food. Just really don't try the food.
So take 20 minutes out your day and walk over to, I said Meadowhall, Trafford Centre.
Walk to Meadowhall.
Because for £8,
longer than 20 minutes.
What a bit, yeah. Just take a quick walk to your Harrier jump jet. Go flirt over to Meadowhall. But no, for £8, you got a hot dog that was about yay long, 8 chips that have been fried purely in salt for about an hour, and tasted like shit. So take your £8 over to Trafford Centre, and you'll get a full meal. There's no competition, and you get to go to Trafford Centre. So,
because you love shops.
I do enjoy a good shop, especially if it's got Lego above it.
Anything else you want to add?
Probably after I've pressed stop recording, because there's bound to be something I forgot. But we can throw that.
The main thing, like I said, I'll repeat it again. We won't do more. Anyway, that's it.
That's it.
We're done.
Forget it. Bye.
Forget it. Over.
Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you want to see on Twitter and Instagram at stanpcgaming, which leaves us just to say, share the video, share the channel, and as always,
share the love. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.